Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter and welcome to my spoiler-free review for Mortal Kombat, another take on the classic fighting video game franchise. And does it have what it takes to break the video game curse? Not quite, but it gets pretty close. So getting down to it with the plot, we have the Mortal Kombat tournament, which happens every once in a while. And they are going into its 9th iteration, and you have different realms, and we are stationed on the Earthrealm, but we have the evil forces of Outworld, which are led by Shang Tsung, and he is trying to take over Earth with one final Mortal Kombat that will subjugate all of the people, and that's about as crazy as the plot sounds. It's about how it works, and that is one of its negatives, which I will get into. But first, let's talk about the positives, because I do like how we get this fish out of water kind of story for the main character called Cole Young. And by the way, he's a brand new original character to Mortal Kombat, so I really like that, because maybe in the next iteration of the Mortal Kombat game, he will be in there. So it's nice to see that we have all these familiar faces, but the movie does manage to break new ground for the franchise as a whole by introducing this new character. So this new character is connected to an ancient fighter, and we get to see how he gets initiated into this whole different thing with all the arcana and the different powers of all the people that are in Mortal Kombat. He has this tattoo, which the tattoo leads him to a certain lineage, we'll say, to a certain character, which will give him more power. And we get to see how, in the beginning of this movie, he's on the run. There's some pretty bad people that are after him and his family, so I do enjoy that this is really that hero's journey of this guy, this small town guy, and his fate with the rest of the Mortal Kombat gets very, very big in the end. I do have to say, of course, Mortal Kombat, right? This is what I'm going to see the movie for, is combat. And I will say, these fights are super epic. If you guys love playing those classic games, and the new ones, of course, they are some of the most ultra-violent, some of the goriest fatalities and everything you'll see. We see those here. I was watching this in the theater, and I had yelling out moments of cringe, because it just, man, the gore and the blood, I was like, oh, they actually went there. People's heads being squished like balloons, people being sawed in half, people's arms getting shattered from ice and blood. It is absolutely crazy, and the carnage is real. So just for that, I think this is worth the price of admission if you're seeing it in the movie theater. And I did forget to mention, this is also streaming now in the US on HBO Max for no additional charge. So there you go. You have a couple options of experiencing this. I will say that I like the mythology and the cool way of building lore with these tattoos. And if you kill somebody, then the tattoo gets transferred to you. And then you have to subject yourself to a certain kind of stress or pain in order for your arcana to imagine itself, right? So you have Liu Kang, who's got the fire ability. You have Kano, who has this eye laser ability. You know, you have all these characters that have these innate abilities which make them unique, and I think add to the epic fights in here. You have like the reptile thing that's invisible. So it's really striking moments in here. And by the way, Kano, this Australian mercenary guy, adds so much flavor to this movie that without him, it would really feel like a drag at points, but he does in fact kind of elevate everything and add this really great comedic layer. And I will say this movie is not only gory, but has a lot of mature themes as far as a lot of language. So be prepared for that, because it is comical, but there is a lot of language in this one. Getting into the negatives, though, I will say that a lot of these actors, now I've seen their histories, none of them really were familiar with me other than Mehcad Brooks, who plays Jax. A lot of these people have been involved with smaller projects. A lot of them have been action stars for the most part. So you don't go in this expecting an Oscar-winning performance from any of these actors. I mean, it's not just the actor, it's the writing and everything involved with that makes some of these moments feel very bland. Almost like the actors are just like, yeah, I'm just here to fight, nothing else. So yeah, from that perspective, the writing could have been tuned up a little bit as far as dialogue is concerned. The main actor, the main character, Cole, they tried to prop him up, but I feel like he still wasn't very inspiring in the end of things. We have this main villain, and I don't even know what his name was until I had to look it up. So that right there is a main problem. Shang Tsung, and what he is trying to accomplish. We don't even know why he's trying to take over the Earthrealm or what the motivation can be. We don't see any development in any of the villain characters or any of the characters in general. They really don't get any kind of arcs. They're just very much video game characters for the most part. And the game, the movie, sometimes it feels like you're watching a video game, of course, but the movie, it builds up to something and then it ends. So we get a lot of foreshadowing of something that doesn't happen, which it's in the damn title of the movie. And for the reason why it doesn't actually happen in this is a little bit of a disappointment for me. But overall, I'm going to give Mortal Kombat a score of a 7 out of 10. What I'll tell you guys is, keep your expectations in check. I kept my expectations on the lower end of things, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. I do like this movie a lot, and I think I will say it's better than a lot of the other video game adaptations out there today. But just go in expecting really, really good fights, and you're going to get that here. You're going to get that enjoyment of, especially if you played the games, there's a lot of, not a lot I would say, but there's definitely nods that are well done, nods that aren't in your face to the video games and video game fighting genre in general. And it's just a lot of fun. And especially seeing just the carnage going from foe to foe and seeing these different environments is something that I wanted to get out of this, and I did. So there you go. That was my review for Mortal Kombat. Do you guys plan on seeing this one? Let me know in the comment section down below for more on TV series reviews. I have my review of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as well as the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. So we're getting more entertainment out there by the week, so make sure you go ahead and check out that content, and do subscribe for more reviews on movies in the future and much, much more. That's gonna do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.
Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.